What's good, y'all? Welcome to another episode of The Muscle Hustle. I'm your girl, Cokes, and I'm appreciative of all y'all tuning in. Make sure to subscribe at The Muscle Hustle Podcast on all social media handles and also YouTube's. Click, click, click. I need them clicks, y'all. All right? Today. I got the Jones brothers with me, okay? We're missing one, but nonetheless, we got Ken Jones here in the building. If anybody know who Ken Jones is, I got him. And we got Kendrick Jones in the building as well, too. These Miami cats that taking over Houston. And yeah, they doing their thing. What's good, y'all?
What's up? What's up?
I'm glad y'all here.
I'm glad to be
She's
here.
in the essence. Introduce yourself. Because I just did, but I want you to actually, let them know who you is.
All right. I'm Ken Jones. I'm the oldest of us three. The big brother.
The big brother.
Yeah. And I'm Kendrick Jones, the youngest of the three.
And they're the Jones brothers. Tay, shout outs to Tay. He couldn't make it, but yeah, we good. Ken, you the oldest.
Right.
Okay. He used to pick on you a lot.
Used to start a lot.
What you mean start?
Like,
Resentment?
yeah.
Yeah, he used to get away with a lot of stuff, so. Yeah.
Why are you just picking on my mans though?
Nah.
That's what brothers do.
He had to get that's what brothers do.
So y'all originally from Florida.
Right.
Where in Florida?
We grew up in Hollywood and Hollandale,
Okay.
Florida. So we moved around a little bit. That's Broward County. Yeah.
Okay. And then what brought y'all to Houston? Was it just a slow, kind of move for most of your folks, or when did y'all become settled in Houston?
I left Florida, I'll say 2004.
Okay.
Just
Oh,
to
that's
get
a while.
away from Florida.
Elaborate on that.
Huh?
Elaborate on that, just to get away from Florida.
So I had a football scholarship at Florida International.
Okay.
So was down there, just living the Florida life and just needed to get away. I was getting in about to get in some trouble.
Yeah. If you know anything about Broward County.
Yeah. So left there. Coach called me here, asked me did I want to play at Texas Southern. At the beginning, I was just
TSU,
like,
right?
yeah,
Okay.
TSU. At the beginning, I was like, nah, I'm not playing no black college football. I'm, want to be in a bigger conference. But once I saw my little, what can I call it? My tunnel was closing.
Gotcha.
And I needed to get out of there quick. So I was just like, yeah, coach, what's up? And so I was in Houston and I hated I fought the first 2 years here. I probably fought every week. You know what I mean? In the club, out, just fighting, just ignorant.
Just adapting in a sense?
So Houston was different when I got here. So when I got to Houston, in Miami, people pass by you, whatever. Nobody talk to nobody, whatever. Houston is like people looking at you like, and they speak.
Yeah.
I'm like, what you speaking
You
for?
me.
Like, why are you looking at me? You know what I mean? It was like that. And then I'm not no punk or so. Oh, could I say that on?
Yeah, you could.
Oh, my bad. So, and these dudes, they holding their own too. So it's like, what's up? So now we
Brawling.
bumping heads,
Yeah.
Kind of got over that though. I knew I needed a change, and so I wasn't gonna be here. It was nowhere else to go. I'm like, I'm not going nowhere else. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna have to stay in Texas, and I like Texas. I like Texas once I got used to it and adapt to the environment, and it was cool.
The way they run things.
Yep.
So you played at TSU. So you actually ended up taking that offer and played at TSU.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So I ended up taking that offer. It was a great black college experience though. It was a great black college experience. Yeah, and that's how he got here. Well, that's how he went to a black college.
Who's this?
This guy here.
Okay.
So my deal, I was like, it's my little brother. He gonna be my chef. He gonna be a chef. He gonna be, whatever.
This makes sense now.
So
okay.
he can cook.
Yes. Okay.
So he's at Johnson and Wells. So okay, I'm like, little bro cook, whatever. So then it's like homecoming. I think this was like my sophomore or junior year. So he comes down. It's like he sees heaven. He like, this black college? Man, fuck Johnson and Wells. This dude like halfway finished with culinary school.
2 years in.
2 years.
2 years in.
Yes.
And then he just leaves and like, nah, I need a black college experience. And he goes to fam.
Yep.
Funny.
It's crazy. So
That's how I ended up at Florida A&M.
Okay.
So
Wow.
I think I kind of spoiled that.
Yeah, because I was remembering you actually bringing that up about you being in culinary school for like 2 years, and then it was just kind of like a switch off.
Oh, yeah.
Because I went to FAMU for 2 years, and I think that was kind of how we related. Because you're just like, oh yeah, you only went for 2, that's cool, no problem. And I was just like, whatever. But okay, that makes sense now.
Yeah.
So how did you end up in Houston?
So, as you said, I stayed in Florida and went to Johnson & Wales. Thought I was going to be a chef, open my own restaurant and everything like that. But then end up switching to FAMU to get the HBCU experience. After graduating from FAMU, I entered education and became a teacher and taught for about 8 years. And then after the pandemic, things changed. Like the kids changed, the system changed.
Sure did.
And that change just kind of pushed me right out. So I was like, okay, what's next? What's next? And every time I would come and visit my brothers in Houston, I would always have a good time. I would always enjoy the city. So I was like, okay, let's try out Houston. So I got here. I started a juice company before I got here. So I started a juice company and I was
What was
like,
the name
okay.
of the juice company?
All Natural Juice Company.
wow.
Still the best juice here in Houston. We're on a hiatus right now, but we'll be back.
Yeah, stay tuned.
Shameless plug.
Stay tuned.
And so I got to the gym and I was like, that'll be a great partnership. You know, it's fitness, it's nutrition, it all goes together.
Right.
And I just saw need for other things that needed to be done in the moment. And so I just put that to the side and I'm here now 110% with my brothers.
Yeah. The Jones brothers just taking over. So like right now, if y'all don't know, these two, they pretty much run, if you know Level 1 Fitness in Cleburne Street, right? Cleburne Street in the Third Ward area. The Jones, I'm gonna always refer to them as the Jones brothers. They think it's, yeah.
Not the Jonas brothers. but
No, the Jones.
Okay.
Definitely not Jonas.
Oh God. But yeah, Level 1 Fitness, it's them three. Okay. Ken, when did you actually, I mean, let's be real. Anybody think of Houston, they think about a gym. Right, visiting Houston, the first thing that they're doing is touching down at Level 1 Fitness or attempting to do so, right? Unless they're just not about that life.
Right.
So you coming into Houston, not being a Houstonian, right? You settling in, finally kind of getting acclimated to the culture here. When did you decide that you was going to be a gym owner?
I didn't decide that. I didn't even want a gym, to be honest with
For
you.
real?
Nah, honestly, my whole dream was to play pro football. You know what I mean? So I went on that run for a little bit. But crazy thing was, in between, sometimes your purpose, you'll do it in spurts and not even know that's your purpose. So when I was in school, I was training people, I always had a good work ethic since high school. So I always worked out. So in school, I'll go train and like, people will just want to work out with me. And so I'm writing workouts while I'm in school, but not even knowing like, dang, this is what I like to do, I love to do. So time went on. I ended up getting a job at City of Houston. I worked there for about 5 years. Left the city. I was an administrator there at the city for 5 years and then left there, went to CPS because I was just trying to see
Where you fit?
Yeah, where I fit in. I did CPS. I was an investigator for CPS for a year. Didn't like that. I love kids so much, so to see them locked up in the system, and treated the way they are, or with a family that they really shouldn't be with, even though that's their blood. I want to adopt every kid I had. My caseload, it was 50 kids. My caseload, I want to adopt everyone, white, black, purple, Hispanic, anybody. You know what I'm saying? I just want to just take them, but. Needless to say, left there and started I just started personal training just a little bit, and it just started sticking on me. And I was like, okay, well, this is not making that money. You know how when you first start personal training, that money is not.
It's not sticking.
Right, it's not.
At all.
It ain't sticking.
At all.
Right. So I'm like, yo, I got to give me something else. So I ended up, my homeboy, and I was like, yo, I got a contract. I'm working with a contract with Centerpoint with a side company called Ditko. So I'm like, wait, I got my master's, I got my bachelor's in healthcare administration. Now I'm gonna go work for an electrical company, phasing. I was just like, let's do it. I don't care. You know what I mean? I done did everything else. Let's go. So basically, that kind of gave me a little bit of money to start my little boot camps and stuff, because people was asking me like, hey,
Okay.
you know, so that kind of fell
That
into
was
it,
more so what you used to kind of
help,
Okay,
you know,
gotcha.
buy a little equipment, this, that, and the other. And we ended up starting a boot camp. Our first boot camp was at my brother's garage, in Tay's garage.
Okay.
You know, his wife, she pledged AKA, so you know it's like 1,000 of them. So her whole little line was there, and we
It's
just
okay, Dawn.
So we did a whole little boot camp in the garage, and it was like, okay, that was dope. So people was like, when y'all gonna do another one? And so from there, we, you know, used to be at Pearland under a tree, and then, you know, this park, and then we went to Herman, and then from there, I ended up meeting a supplement company. It was what it was called? Nutra something, I forgot. But anyways, the guy, I ended up training the owner, and I ended up training him for a show. And he ended up introducing me to his sister. His sister had a little building on Dowling at the time. Now it's Emancipation.
Okay.
So she was like, well, you know, he was like, well, my sister has a little building over here off Emancipation. Dowling. Man, it's in the hood, man. I don't know if you're going to want to do that, because I was training people like in their apartment complexes.
Gotcha. Okay.
And so
Like
I was
utilizing the gym inside there.
the
Okay.
gym, that's,
Got
you know, no overhead, whatever,
Right,
but
right.
it was just the buzzing in and all of that. So I was just like, well, let me check it out. So I saw it. I always had vision, so I can see something, see past what it looked like.
Gotcha.
So ended up getting there. She was like, yeah, if you want to train here, it's cool. This is what I have in here. You can add more stuff. You can do what you want. You can make it your own. Just give me $300 a month. So at this time, I'm working at Centerpoint and doing that. So I get off at 5 and I go over there to train some people, and then, you know, whatever. So
And it was just like more like one-on-one training, or actual like boot camps, like the what you had.
it started one-on-one, and it just started growing. So I
Gotcha.
was like, you know what, I can bring our boot camp back. And so I added some of my homeboys. We used to work out on, you know, at 5 o'clock when I get off. And that's when we formed like Animal Pack. So I don't know if you saw that circle logo that's on the wall.
On the wall? Yeah.
So that's, it was Cal, Killer Callion,
Mhm.
all of us, we all used to work out at a certain time. And we kind of formed our little crew called the Animal Pack, because we all, I guess, worked out like animals.
Worked out like animals.
So
D-block crew.
everything kind of came in like a gumbo, man. And we were there. We was at Dowling for 3 years, and then it grew out of it. We grew out of it.
Okay.
Needless to say, the landlord and I, we didn't see eye to eye on the next contract that was supposed to be.
That happens a lot.
Another thing, never tell nobody your dream.
Mm.
Because whatever you dreaming and you don't do it, or you don't do it at the time, they're going to try to do it, right? So, but needless to say, anyways, we'll go back to that later.
Well, actually, hold on. Okay, never tell anyone your dream, but then there's a contradiction to that, because it's just like I
Be careful who you tell your
There we
dream
go.
to. There we go.
There
All
we
right.
go.
I said that wrong. Be careful who you tell your dreams to. All right, so yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I won't get in debt in that. You know, I don't want to, you know, flare up anything. But yeah, so the whole little deal went, you know, I was there for whatever, so it started blowing up. We started taking over the city, like just off that little block. And so people started knowing that little building for a gym or for boot camp. Like it was packed down the street, like almost lightweight how it is now at Cleveland.
Gotcha. But that
it
spot was a lot
smaller spot, you know
I
what I mean? Not as many people.
Okay.
But I mean, we were still doing back then, Obu was there, Antonique, we had Marvin, they have Feast with Beast now. All of them was there. We was doing probably like 75 people sometimes max, 75 people, 50 people at the boot camps at that time, you know what I mean? Just outside, because we kind of revamped the little area, cleaned it up, added stuff, bust the wall down. We had 2 little rooms. We had, 1,400 square feet.
Really?
Yeah, and we made it work, you know what I mean? 1,400 square feet. Scary part, well, the weird, not even to say weird part, I'll say how God works. So, me not knowing, for the 3 years I was going there, like when I do go there and open the door, I used to go in the mornings too before work. So I'll train somebody early and then leave, go pick up my truck at Ditco and then go back to work. So in the morning when I used to go there, I used to raise the door up, whatever. There's a guy always passing by, a guy and his son always passing by in his car. And it was like an Acura SUV. Never really just paid attention to it. They was going to the coffee shop down the street. So when I was going through the stuff with the landlord and I'm sitting in my car and this Indian guy walks up. He's not Indian. I forgot. I don't even know what Andy is. Sorry, Andy. I know he's not Indian, but he's something. He was like, "Hey, man, Ken Jones." I was like, "Why?" You know, I'm in the car like, "What's up?" He was like, "Nah, man, me and my son, we be watching you for 3 years. Why?" You know what I mean? So I was like, here go this weird shit, you know? So he was like, "Yeah, I think I got a building that you'll be interested in." And I was just like, "Okay, talk to me nice." You know what I mean? So what you talking about? Oh, so he was like, "Yeah, the building's on Cleburne. Whenever you have time." Mind you, I already, like a week before, I already went by this building. I hit Tay, like, "Tay, dog, this would be a dope gym." So I took a video. I already didn't walk back in the back of the building, the broken gate.
Same building.
Same building. I got a video to this day.
Wow.
Speaking, like, saying what everything was going to be, from where the bathroom was going to be, with the front desk, everything like that, right? So that's a whole little documentary coming out soon. Nick, get ready. So I already walked it, so I played dumb when he took me by there. I was like, "Okay, yeah, I'll follow you." So we went by there. I was like, "Oh, this is dope." So
But now you got an opportunity to actually see inside.
No, I saw inside already. I already broke in and looked in. Like, come on. So I already broke in, looked in and everything. So we ride, you know, walking through the deal. So I'm like, okay, yeah. So how long this building been vacant? It was like a crack house, basically.
For real?
Big crack house. 6,000 square feet of just cracked out.
Wow.
Or whatever space. So I'm like, okay. So he was like, "Yeah, man, just let me know when you ready to, you know, leave from over here and come over." So I'm like, man, now I'm like, okay. I stacked a couple of dollars, you know what I mean? So I should be cool, but like I hit some investors. You know what I mean? Like, okay, some of my homies or whatever that's investors are people that I knew. So I'm like, "Yo, you know, I got this gym idea that I'm thinking of. Want to see if you want to be involved, you know." "Well, give me the address. I'll pull up on you, whatever." So they pull up. They looking around. They like, "Nah, I can't. You know, at this point, you know, I can't. It's not showing me."
There was quite a few people actually who probably gave you a nose, right?
Yeah.
I think I know one of them who actually said so too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and to this day, like he like one of my mentors.
Mm-hmm.
Like I see him. He killing it through the city. You know what I mean? All types of bars, restaurants, everything.
Yeah.
So
Shout out to Steve.
Shout out to Steve. And at the time, but what that really made me do was okay, so I can't just come to nobody like this. I got to come to somebody with paperwork, or I got to show them actually. I can't just say my dream like, okay, yeah, I want to do this right here, this right here. I had to write the vision and make it plain, right? So therefore, I had to put it on paper.
Yeah.
So now that I put it on paper, none of that. So it pushed me to be more business minded, you know what I mean? So now I put it on paper, got to draw it out, got it written out, got it typed up. Hey, this is what we're gonna do. This is what our boot camps are gonna be doing. These are the classes we're gonna have here. This is the numbers that we're gonna be doing. This is what we're gonna charge our trainers. This is what our payout is gonna be. Everything, we already had everything written out.
All of it written out.
So not saying it was all correct, but it looked good.
Correct.
At the time, yeah. So it looked good. We did that, and so still didn't really get nobody to bite. So, and I couldn't wait on nobody. I'm not the type to just wait on people. So, and I was just like, man, I'm gonna just do this myself. So I just nickel and dime what I did have and put it together. So my homeboy, I went to college with, Vic. He was a contractor.
Okay.
So he'll be working on properties and be like, oh man, hey, I'm gonna come through there. What you need help with? So we built the bathrooms. We built all of that stuff from scratch. Like wood, Home Depot. Like my pro number, if y'all builders and contractors, y'all know that Home Depot pro number, man, it was going crazy. You know what I mean? Just every day I'm in there typing that number in and getting different things like wood, sheetrock, nails, and
From scratch.
And that's why I respect craft and respect the gym and respect what I got going, because it was bit by bit. Like I can literally say bit by bit and nail by nail. You know what I mean? So I did it all, from painting the floors to painting the walls. Walls was yellow, pea stains, pink, all types of stuff, and we painted them white. So shout out to my white wall people that been at level 1 since the white walls, and then from now we blacked up, and things are just running good. I mean, I kind of went.
It took time.
Yeah. And it was, and then building this gym was a learning process too, like how to leverage money. I really didn't know how to leverage, and what I mean, to this day, like I, just to be point blank with you, I put a quarter, well, not even a quarter mil. I put $575 down, out cash of my savings, $575,000.
Damn.
You know what I mean? That's out of my pocket, and what I should have did was leveraged it with the bank. And borrowed against my own money, but I didn't. You know what I mean? So I learned. I mean, later I learned, but I was just trying to get stuff
done.
And pay stuff, and so it
Plus
was like,
you were doing it on your own. You didn't really have any guidance or
right.
anything.
So I didn't have guidance at the time. So as I made the mistake, probably like months or a year later, I learned.
Right.
So which was cool, because I probably would never learned it if I wouldn't have did it. You know what I mean? So it's like all my liquid, well, at the time was in the gym. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I outright own every piece of machine, everything that's in there.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? So it was, I mean, it's a great experience to learn and to bump your head, but if you have somebody that can lead you and be your OG or be whatever you need to be to show you like, nah, don't do this, do it this way, or get an advisor, man, that's the best thing to do, I would say. You won't lose as much money, because we lost a lot. I mean, just from knowing building and construction, you got contractors stealing stuff. I had metal doors stole twice, and those metal doors like $900 per.
See, and that's my thing too. It's just the trust. I mean, granted, you know what I'm saying? Like everybody, you can't do everything by yourself, but nonetheless, it's almost like, okay, you're entrusting these people that you're employing to do their job,
right?
And then they're gonna turn around and steal from you.
It'd be like that.
I know.
So, yeah. So it'd be like that. But needless to say, things went on. We built, we lost, we built, we lost. You know what I'm saying? But we're here. You know what I mean? This is where we at now.
Trucking.
And then the system was cool. We were putting it together. I just know it was a part that I was missing, because my thing was I was trying to do everything. Mind you, my brother Tay was a football coach full time. You know what I mean? His son playing ball, so he didn't really have the time to, come in and whatever, like help with this. Like, mind you, like y'all teaching boot camp, I taught every class.
Yeah.
I opened.
Yep.
I closed. So like I cleaned. You know what I mean? I did everything.
It's groundwork.
Right. The groundwork. You know what I'm saying? So when we do hire workers or people, oh well, this right
Set
here,
the foundation.
this blah blah blah. Like, bro, I don't want to hear that. I did all of this.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And with bare minimums, but from there, I mean, we're here. But it was like a piece that I was missing. Like I couldn't do everything. So the fact when Kendrick moved in and moved down here, it was like a breath of fresh air. I was like, hey, look, this is what I'm trying to do. And we all three of us, we think like twins. It's crazy because we like
triplets.
Yeah, like me and I'm thinking. Well, I was about to say me and Tay.
Yeah.
So me and Tay think like twins, right? And then when he's involved, it's like triplets. So it's like he's already thinking what we're thinking. We all on one accord.
Right.
So we can send a group text and be like, hey, what you think about this?
And I'll write.
Tay be like, or he'll say that, and Tay be like, man, I already put that in my black book. And I'd be like, oh, I already got paperwork for it. You know what I mean? And then he'd be like, well, let's get it going. All right. And he already did the research.
The research. And
Tay didn't wrote it down, and I didn't wrote it down. So it's like, let's go. You know? So we just moved like that. And it's no other way to be in business. If, you know, I mean, you know, it's a lot of people that's in business with family, and you got to watch them because they're stealing from them and stuff like that. But I would never have to even worry about that with my brothers. You know what I mean?
So, Kendrick.
Because I kill him. No, kill him dead. Kill him dead. No.
But you moved to Houston, right? When did you move to Houston?
A year and a half ago.
Okay. Yeah, around the same time as me.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
You've been here longer, Coco.
No, I haven't.
Remember, I ain't gonna tell your business on the podcast. When you moved down here.
I was coming to visit, but I wasn't settled yet.
Oh, yeah, I was just visiting.
Yeah.
Y'all.
Okay.
Uh-oh. That's another podcast.
So Kendrick. Anyway, so Kendrick, he really just tried to call the clock. That's all right. You didn't start out in fitness.
I did not. I was actually in performing arts.
Right.
Dance, theater. So this is a totally new world for me. But the skill sets that you develop in one are always transferable.
But he learned quick though.
Yeah.
Because there's certain things he'd be like, nah, man, cut that shit out. Nah, we ain't for I say, bro, this fitness, this totally different. You got to do it like this.
Right.
He'll be like,
Dress,
all
right dress.
Yeah.
All right.
Hold on.
All right. Oh, I get it. All right. But like, he learned quick.
Yeah.
Because there's certain things like in this business that you have to deal with and endure until whatever.
Something else comes.
Something else comes.
Yeah.
You know? Fuck that shit. I do it myself. Right. I mean, we got that from my dad though.
Right.
Like,
Right.
if we can't get this person to do it, I'm for the
I'll
give me
do
the
it.
manual.
Right.
Yep.
If not the manual, I'm for to do it
my
myself.
mom,
Exactly.
So, yeah.
Right. So I mean, and who gonna do it better than you?
Okay, wait. Before we even continue, speaking of your dad, is your dad a KJ too?
Yeah.
He is the KJ.
Yeah.
Okay. So how did the KJs come about? 'Cause if y'all didn't peep this, Kenneth Jones, Kendrick, right? And then their brother Tay. We say Tay, but his full name is Kentavious. So they're all KJs. Then you got your son, Caden Jones. Like, this is a thing.
So he's hot right now because he's not a Ken. Dad, why was not a Ken? I was like, I just want to break the Ken. But you still a KJ, son. You good. So yeah.
Actually, you'll be mad too.
Yeah. I think my mom was obsessed with my dad.
Yeah. Like she wanted 10 kids.
Yeah.
For real?
10 boys at that.
Yeah.
No girls, just all boys.
All boys.
Okay. But Tay, he has 2 kids.
Yeah. Kennedy
And Kendon.
and Kendrick.
So the girls are getting KJs too. Got it. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
y'all gonna continue that?
Yeah.
Ain't no A's?
Yeah.
Y'all gonna run out of K's?
Kaylee and Kylie.
Okay, I'm done.
Kendra.
I need to.
Kennard.
Yeah.
Bruh. All right. So
Probably four more. Kids.
adapting
Mm-hmm.
to the fitness culture from performance arts,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
like how easy, how hard, how difficult, how in tune were you able to get to this point? Because I mean, it is night and day in a sense, but like you said, work ethic wise.
Right. It was kind of easy because my position in the performing arts was I was more on the directorial side.
Okay.
So I had to oversee multiple things at one time, at
Delegate.
all times. So it's
Gotcha.
costumes going on, people running backstage, lights, this and that, which is the gym. I mean, you have your staff, you have your members, you have classes, you have scheduling, you have a lot of components moving at one time. And so it was just mirroring what I had done with kids, now with adults, which a lot of
Big
them
adult
act
kids.
just like kids, but
Yeah.
it's the same
And
thing.
you got
It's
that
the same
education
thing.
background as well,
Exactly.
too,
That
so-
education background really came into play with setting processes, procedures, rules in place, because if there's no rules, there's no processes, people are going to do what they want to do. And once we got all of those things in place, it's been jail ever since, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my question to you is, do you feel, because and even though he said that this wasn't initially his dream, you know what I'm saying? This just he kind of fell into it, and it just kind of became something that was more so initially a hobby, a habit, and then all of a sudden it just kind of, prospered into what it is now.
Mm-hmm.
But this wasn't your forte, right? Granted, the fact that this your sibling, you know what I mean, and you want to support, do you feel somewhat shadowed at the fact that, like, all right, I got my own dreams, like, this ain't something that I want to do?
Not at all.
Okay.
Not at all. Because I see my dream working into this as well.
I like that.
And I have, being that he is my brother, well, they are my brothers, and I know where they're going and what they've put into it. I set aside what I need at this moment to make sure what they're doing is in place, so what I want to do can actually come to fruition. So if you don't know, I used to have a nonprofit organization back in Florida, which is a performing arts, and we did fitness with it. We did yoga and all kind of things like that.
We'll be bringing
which
back.
we'll be bringing back. But things had to be in place first before that could come around.
Right.
And so now that we're getting back on track, everything is basically ready to go. Now we can go to different schools and partner with schools and partner with community centers and things like that.
You're even practicing with L1 as well.
And
too,
practice.
foundation,
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
Okay. I like that. Keep it in the family.
Yep. It all comes full circle. It all comes full circle.
You're always in one accord. Open communication is there. Y'all tend to gel.
Sacrifice.
That's it.
A lot of people don't want to sacrifice.
And what do you mean by that?
With a lot of people, it's like, what about me?
Right. Selflessness.
You know what I mean? It's
Gotta be selfless.
It's selfishness. It's like, well, if I help him with this, then what about me? What I'm gonna get out of it? You know what I mean? And for years, I put me to the side. You know what I mean? And just really just focused on being that bridge or helping people get, because I feel like that's where my blessing came from. You know what I mean? So if I sit aside my wants and what I need, but still don't. I mean, I didn't forget about them.
Exactly.
People tend to do that.
Yeah. And so what I did was I set them aside, and it was a learning process. While I'm helping people, I was learning. You know what I mean? So while I'm learning, okay, well, I'm helping her with this and helping him with this. He did this and it went this way. Okay, let me write this down. Not to do this.
Not to do this.
Okay, he did this. So now, therefore, when my stuff starts to go, like even with gyms, like I worked at 2 gyms. I helped one guy, man, build his gym from, man, he was only training like 3 old white ladies. So, and I mean, I'm not racist, but I'm just saying, like, 3 old white ladies I saw like every day. I walk my dog and just see him training three people, and that's it. And he'll just sit at his desk for the whole day. The morning when I walk my dog till the evening when I walk my dog again, that's when I stayed off Westheimer. And so I walked in one day, it was just like, man, like, I mean, how's this work? Like, do you have any members here? He was like, yeah, it's kind of slow, whatever. But I already knew he was kind of backed by financial, so he was good.
Okay.
So it wasn't like a loss to him. It was just,
Gotcha.
It was just fulfilling whatever he wanted, whatever he was fulfilling. And so I was just like, well, he asked me, was I a trainer? I was like, yeah, I'm a trainer. I train people in my apartment. And he was like, well, man, if you want a gym setting, you can come through and check it out. If you get you like 10 clients, you know, and they get a membership, and you can, you can train here for free. And I was like, okay, that's easy. Boom, 15, like the first week. So now, boom, that happened. Then he was like, well, and if you can find any other trainers and they can get somebody, you can, you can, and then this right here can happen. And then this right, just giving. So then I met Tim Boutte. We went to school together. He has his own dope fitness trainer, sports trainer. He has his own spot. So level 1, in the beginning, it was me, and then I, kind of basically added Tim and Brandon Jet.
Okay.
It was another guy. So he taught Muay Thai, and then me and Tim, we did more of the fitness. Well, we were in that deal. So we
gotcha.
we act as level 1. But anyways, needless to say, his gym was basically nothing. You know what I mean? And then I put my deal to the side, was just like, well, I'm gonna act like this mine. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna treat this like this mine, so therefore it can blow. Because I know if he makes money, I make money. If I make money, he makes money, and this stays open. You know what I mean? Because if I don't bring nobody in here, this gonna be closed. Right. And now I got 20 clients. 20 clients and
that have adapted and
right
gotten
and adapted. So
comfortable.
now if I move, I can't bring 20 people to my apartment complex.
Yeah.
First of all, I don't even want you to know where I live at.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
Stranger danger.
I made it. So I had to make that work. You know what I mean? I wanted his business to be just as successful as what was going on. What the agenda was. So that's how that went. You know what I mean? So just basically acting as if it was mine. You know what I mean? If I come to your house, I'm gonna act like it's my house. I'm gonna make sure that everything is like it needs to be. You know what I mean? Or everything is moving like it's supposed to because I'm here for that moment. So therefore, I need to act like it's mine. I need to treat it like it's mine. You know what I mean?
I feel that. Okay. So now, as far as level, I mean, we're at this new building, or at least the one on Cleburne, right? I mean, it's known for its Saturday boot camps. It's known for everyday boot camps for the most part, but Saturday is definitely like the creme de la creme.
Club L1, baby.
Club L1. Hell,
DJ Blake
I DJ on Fridays, so everybody want to pull up for happy hour.
The happy hour.
You know what I mean?
DJ Blake.
But yeah, it's just like, we talking expansion? Because it's already looking like we outgrowing this.
Just shout out to Christian Goose, Alpha Land. Just say we got a black Alpha Land coming. A black L1.
Yeah.
Not saying it's just blacks only. So
right.
We're not saying
still.
that. But that level 1 feel, but just bigger. So just stay tuned. It's coming.
So, I mean, okay. I'm looking forward to that, first off. But balance. That's a lot. I mean, expanding, that's one thing. You know what I'm saying? But then y'all still got y'all lives outside of the gym. You know what I'm saying? Like, how is it that you're able to actually balance?
Delegation.
Your
I had
whole
to learn
father,
that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Delegation.
Just
delegate.
And building the right team, you have to have the right team with you, around you, that's going to carry on your vision, that's going to do the things that you need done in the spirit that you want it done.
I'm glad you said that, because I just filmed with Callie, homeboy Callie, and he basically said the same. Like, he was just like, no offense to any of my gym, my gym owner friends and stuff like that. He's like, that's something that I couldn't do, because having to build a team, having to entrust in others, you know what I'm saying, to fulfill the vision. So that's something that needed to be done. And of course, flexibility to be able to do what you wanted to do. But I'm glad you actually said that, because that's actually hard.
Yeah.
What to entrust? What to trust?
That build a team, period. You know what I mean? Just both.
So my thing is, and my philosophy with that is, so back again, I'm a PK. So my trust in God, right, won't lead me to like trust in the wrong person.
Wrong person.
Right? So God won't send the wrong person. He'll send somebody that's probably not quite what
Ready,
you need
right.
or ready. But sometimes he sends that for a lesson, to show you what you don't need and what you don't want, and how to get over how to get around that situation.
A test.
That, it's a test. You know what I mean? So it's been people that has been in our circle at level 1 that was there just for a season. You know what I mean? Wasn't meant to be there for
and there's
whatever.
nothing wrong with seasonal.
Yeah. And mind you, I mean, the time they were there and the stuff that they contribute to, it was great. You know what I mean? It was good. But needless, when that season started fading away, you can kind of see like, hey, buddy, don't belong here.
Yeah.
Buddy, you're cancer.
Yeah.
Oh, she this. And because the season, that's like mango season, or you out there mango season, orange season. Like, okay, that orange sitting there, and if you don't peel it or pick it in the right time, it's gonna rot. And that's what some of the people did. They
rot it away.
Rot it away. I mean, it is what it is. They rotted away. I mean, for that season, in our level 1 life, what you want to call it, I mean, it was great. They were great. They did what they were supposed to do. They had to move on. Maybe they moved on to, other big things, like, doing what they do, or finding out like, damn, this training shit is not for me.
Yeah.
And it's not for everybody.
It's
Just because
not.
you look good,
Right.
or your friends tell you, oh girl, you got a body, or bro, you got,
That don't mean
you're supposed to, because this personal training stuff is more than just training the body. Now you become a counselor, you become, and you got to be spiritually and mentally strong, because what happens is your clients, they talk to you.
Yeah, you become
So-
an empath by
So whatever hurt or whatever energy they have, they're gonna dump it on you.
hmm
So you got to be able to
Take that.
get that energy and turn it into positive energy, or let that energy bounce off you and do whatever it needs to do. But some people are not spiritually and mentally strong to be like, okay, girl, yeah, that's what's going on. Well, baby, I'm gonna pray for you, you know, and keep it like that. Now it's like, dang, her husband had cheated on her, and she did.
What about mine?
What about mine? Oh, that nigga probably
Now
doing
you
the
wearing
same
all that.
thing.
Yeah.
Or man, they this not going right. Or
Right.
yeah, they you know, and you know that's just crazy to me that you know. First, you know, to even take on that responsibility because they see other people doing it as
Yeah.
being a trainer. Like, oh, I can do this.
Exactly. Yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
you got people out here really hurting people, you know, writing diets and stuff that don't even match. You know what I mean? It'd be, baby, she just be stating Burger King and McDonald's.
Like,
then, if
seriously.
that's the case, you know. But I'm not shooting slugs, but this is
I am.
it's real, man.
Pew, pew.
People look at personal training or as a fad, and it's really not a fad. You know, it's really you're helping somebody change their life. If you just knew how many text messages and like emails and stuff I get about, man, just off my Instagram, just man, you just motivated me to go to the gym.
Yeah.
Or you just motivated me to do this. Or man, I just lost 15 pounds, man. I'm like JQ for a fact. JQ came to me on medication. The DJ.
The DJ.
97.9.
Okay.
Now, man, that dude, you see him, his energy hot, running
He
through.
really is. Yeah.
And he don't take anything no more.
Yes.
Take nothing. You know what I mean? And that's because of, okay, he grasped the fact, like, look, either I'll be taking medication for the rest of my life, or I can work out and have fun and be in here clowning, you know what I mean? And medication free,
Yep.
you know? And
Actually be yourself.
right, and be
Yeah.
yourself. So you just, man, any people that want to be a personal trainer, or not even a personal trainer, just say you a motivator. You know what I mean? It's a lot of people that motivate people.
Fitness enthusiasts.
That's
just
it.
enthused.
You know what I mean? Because this personal training stuff is crazy.
Yeah.
Especially taking those tests too.
Oh my
Taking the
God.
right one. NASM, that's med school.
Yeah.
Baby med school.
Yep.
That's
But just because you
PV
book
nursing
smart
college.
don't mean you all the way smart as well too. You need to learn how
Not at
to
all.
adapt accordingly with your clientele
Yep.
as well too. You know
And
what I
that's
mean?
another thing.
It's
but we'll
always
get-
a learning process. You
We'll
can't
get
just
on that too.
mm,
These master trainers.
Not
What?
mine.
Stop, man. Huh?
I'm a master trainer.
But I was just saying that, you know, they know a lot of everything.
You ever thought about becoming a trainer?
Never.
Oh,
Never.
oh, damn.
Never. I'm trying to actually move out of like service-based activities where I have to be there
Present.
to and be present
Uh-huh.
to actually exchange for funds. Time is money. I need my
Looking for a
freedom.
passive.
But I actually want to chime in on that team building the right team. And people will actually come and do as you need them before you even say, hey, I'm looking for this type of person. I'm looking for this. And that's the type of people I watch out for. People who are actually doing what's needed prior to me even asking or putting out there, you know, we're looking for this, we're looking for that. That's the first thing. And then the second thing is their energy. Because some people, they have the action part, but while they're doing the action, it's like, I really don't want to do this. So
Right.
I'm
It's
just
them
going to do
wearing
it.
They're just
That
wearing it.
they're just wearing it. And
see
that's
it.
not a
They get
person
paid.
that you want on your team.
Yeah.
You know, you want somebody that's going to be there with the action and with the energy. So that's that.
You feel like you found that?
We're still looking.
Yeah.
We're still looking.
I mean, we got some. We got some
We
dope
found
people.
a few. Honestly, this one here, like, she's one of those people who you don't have to ask. She's gonna jump
She
in and
alright.
fill in wherever you need her. Like,
You're such a hater.
I don't know if it's an East Coast thing or whatever the case may be, but she hopped right in anytime I ask Coco to do anything, even prior to asking what you need. Everything's good. We good. All right, let's roll.
Cause I know how it is. Like, even up north, I said I wasn't going. I always wanted to grow with a team. I just feel like it's more than enough for everybody to eat. back at home, it just don't function that way. You know what I'm saying? Everybody is tunnel vision now for themselves, crab on the barrel, like, and it can wear on your mental. You know what I'm saying? When I moved down here, it was almost like, okay, like, this gonna be hard again. But this was my move. This was my move where I was like, you know what? It's not forced. I'm prior service. I'm out the game. So for me, this was a move where it's just like, okay, this is on me. You know what I mean? Him and Callie were actually one of the two that actually convinced me to make this move.
I got tired of her calling me like, hey, what do you think? Do you think it's gonna be cool? You think?
Because I know me. I'm an analyzer.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
God.
And it's just like, yo, I need to know where the numbers is coming, like how, you know what I mean? I gotta write everything out. But so what if you got tired of me? I don't care. That was
It's you're a big blessing to.
I appreciate it.
You know,
But
need more people like that.
Definitely.
I feel like it was meant to be. It was a collective. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all have been a blessing for me.
And
you know
where
what
did
I'm
we
saying?
meet?
Huh?
We met what? Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico, competing. We're gonna get to that too. So no, we're gonna get to that right now. He also Mr. IFBB Pro bodybuilder. You see the trend? Anyway, men's physique turned classic.
What's fun? I was to say what's funny.
Because you ain't had no business being the men's physique.
Oh, okay. Yeah, right.
Anyway, we met in Puerto Rico, competing.
Well, she got cheated that show too.
Hey,
I'm just saying. But anyways, let's go.
I appreciate the support. Like, he's actually been one of the main supporting factors. in
She
my
looked like a
life.
freaking statue that show, and I was just like, I didn't even know who she was.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, she about
I got
to
the
kill this
womp
shit.
They cheated you, man.
womp, womp, womp. But it was cool.
Yeah, we met back at the bar.
Yeah.
Like, what
Taking
happened?
my life away.
Charlie, you're sorry.
I didn't fuck this shit.
Yeah. What did you end up getting? What place?
I think like 6 or 7.
Yeah, I ended up
Yeah,
getting 6
yeah,
too. I was first
It
call
just
out.
like
I was
team
like,
6.
I was like, okay, look, we going our first top 5.
Yup.
Okay.
Yeah, that show was crazy.
Yeah.
But you ever thought about competing?
Never.
Yeah.
I like to eat and
Don't
drink.
do it.
I mean, I wouldn't mind going through the process just to kind
You
of,
ain't got no choice. You when you going through the process.
Everybody go through the process.
Yeah,
but to be on stage and nah. I like to eat.
yeah.
I've
Yeah,
got a culinary background. I like food.
Yeah.
Since I moved here, them oxtails be oxen.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You thinking about competing this year?
Yeah, I am. I took a year off for my mental and to get, travel a little bit and get my mind right.
Okay.
And just
Mental's a big factor.
yeah, and get my body to where I needed it. I mean, I'm still me personally. I mean, I'm still not where I want to be at, my body wise, but it's getting there. And
Will you ever be satisfied? No.
probably not. And that's
Yeah, of
the
course. No,
that's
ain't
the
your
messed
thing.
up thing about being a bodybuilder.
Yeah.
You're never just satisfied about your body. You know what I mean?
But hold on. That's kind of business-wise too.
Mhm.
What you mean?
Yeah.
You'll never be satisfied.
Never be satisfied. Always looking for more.
Right.
want
Yeah, you're
more,
looking for more. But what I mean, when you're looking for more in business, it's going to the next venture. You know what I mean? Because it's only so much you can do with one business and get that business to that point to where it's just, what else could I do?
Yeah.
Because if you start, so what happens is in business, people start doing the most and they take their business out of one spectrum and start adding it to another one, which now your business is doing the most.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you known for this, but now you trying to add this to it. Now is you're getting out of character, I would say, with your business. So I would say once your business is at that point, let's go to the next venture. Because that business is making enough money to where you can profit to do something else. Let's go into real estate. Let's go into, stocks, Forex. Let's go, something different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So let that business do what it do and just better it as it is already, you know what I mean? And just move from there and just integrate like different systems. But don't, let me add
Venture
this
out
to it and
too
let me
far.
add this to the gym.
So when they say focusing on one thing and mastering that, is that something that y'all believe in?
Definitely.
Yeah.
yeah.
Definitely.
Focus because
So dipping and dabbing
Yeah.
in multiple.
you can,
Okay.
but
Yeah, basically.
you
Call me out, but
no, you can dip and dab. I mean, you can dip and dab into different ventures and stuff like that. Just make sure each venture that you're dipping, dabbing in, that you're solidified in it. You know what I mean? That it's doing what it need to do.
Okay.
You know, and that's it. I mean, once you satisfied, not just say satisfied, but it's doing what it needs to be doing, you can move to the next thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it definitely got to be self-sustaining before moving to something else. Because if not, you'll find yourself trying to hold this one and hold that one and hold this with your leg.
Yeah.
And then you run out of, things to do. And you just, it all crumbles on you. Yeah, you're stressed out. You're burned out. Yeah.
Just tapping out and whatnot. Yeah, got it. Okay. Hobbies, like outside of being dope in this business venture of y'all's, any other additional hobbies that
I
y'all
play
have?
drums.
Yeah, you've always been in music, right?
Yeah, well, our whole family was.
Our whole family, okay.
This man played the tuba in the band.
Yeah. More than tuba, trombone, trumpet,
We would always pick on him though. We used to always, so like my cousins, all my cousins play, right? So my cousin Billy, all of us, we all played, and they play at like the nightclubs and stuff back home. And they be like, okay, cuz you got to get out there and play, man. But I never wanted nobody knew I played drums when I was younger.
Why?
I just didn't. I only played at church.
I play for church.
And so so I played at church, but my cousins, they always played on the scene. They did their thing. So and then my mom was like, you ain't playing, R&B music. Back then that was, super holy.
That's the devil's music.
The devil's music, the juke joint stuff. But so my cousin be like, okay, everybody playing something. He was like, what you playing? And he was like, oh, he played the tuba. He was like, man, you can't get no gig playing no tuba, man. You can't bring no.
I can go to New Orleans now.
I mean, yeah, you go to New Orleans, but yeah, it was just funny. It was a funny joke back then. It was like, okay, drummer, keyboard, tuba. It was just funny. But nah, I mean, everybody's musically inclined in my family.
You're currently playing at
80 Sports Bar.
Okay, that's fairly new.
Yeah. Shout out to Andre, Dope Vibe, Michael B. Cox. That's a great R&B vibe for anybody in Houston. But yeah, playing there right now. Just vibing. Doing. That's something that I love doing. That I stopped and was trying to figure out what was missing.
Gotcha.
And that was it. That was one of them. You know what I mean? I was missing. So, yeah, music. I love traveling, shopping.
Yeah, I know you.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So mine is. I mean,
listen, I'm flexible. I could fit in carry-on bags. You know what I'm saying? As long as it's not Spirit, because they be paying extra for weight and
whatnot. For
everything. But I could fit. Like and my passport is ready. Like y'all could just.
But it ain't even all right. So people me too. So I used to think like, man, I really want to travel like these people and do this and do that.
It's not that hard.
And it's not hard.
It's not.
You can actually get you an Expedient account and look at the little deals on there and pull off for like 3 days just to get away.
They just
you know what I mean? So that's what I started doing. I was just like, okay, I'm going to go here. So like one of my trips, I did Cancun. I did Cancun, Tulum at the same time. So I did Cancun for 3 days. It was on Expedient. I was like, dang, they got a Cancun trip from Houston for it was like $400 something. I think I paid $1,500 for both trips together. So I was in Tulum and Cancun for like 3 days. Enjoyed that. Ended up going to the Jungle Gym and me being IFBB and all of that. So they put me on the Wall of Fame. So we was there with that. Oh, that's another trip. So we going out there to Tulum. So being there, we shot there. We did our deal there and stayed there for a little bit. And I left there, came back to Houston just to change my bag because I had a layover in Houston and flew right to Cancun for another 3 days. So I paid under $1,500. And you got people out here spending that at the Gallo. Or just really spending that on food. Yeah. Especially it's CrossFit season now. They out here buying CrossFit.
Or at the club buying bottles.
So it's easy little trips. And then you don't even have to spend $1,500. You can go to all inclusive. And everything's paid for. You eat, drink, everything, be merry.
Drink, sleep, go to
Right. They got shows and all types of stuff there, So I mean, if you want to move around, you can move around. I mean, you ain't got to do nothing like international. Spain or Portugal or something like that.
There's deals on that too.
Yeah. True. I'm saying if your money ain't where it need to be. So I mean, Mexico is the best little move. You know what I mean? As of right now, just Don't drive there.
Is it? Okay.
That's something else. That's something else.
So yeah. But
Anything new for you?
Nothing new
New
at
up
the
and coming?
moment. Just kind of putting more focus into level 1 to see how we can grow to the next level, and to actually not come up with an exit plan, but to be able to put someone in the position that I'm currently holding, because that was the start of it. That was the idea, to actually get it where it needs to be on the admin side, and then pull someone in that can carry that on. Not putting a time frame on it, because I think that's where a lot of people go wrong. Within a year, I'll have
and that don't happen.
That don't happen. And
life.
Yeah.
So when God says move to the next thing, I'm gonna move to the next thing and be ready and have that next person in there.
Right. Okay. Anything new for you upcoming besides competition season and traveling?
Nothing really. Just basically
living my life like it's good.
Yeah, that's getting everything that I already got going. Just capitalizing on that. You know what I mean? From AI, from the clothing brand, we about to really
shout that out real quick. I
we about
started to
really
wear my leggings.
We're gonna hit the ground going. I started it, and I had a lot of other things going on. So like he said, when you juggling and you doing, it's hard.
Yeah.
So now I got the time to really focus on the clothing line and focus on quality and focus on stuff like that. And I, I wear a lot of clothes. I'm a shoe head. So I see the quality that's out.
Yeah.
And I see what's needed and what's not and what's a need. And we just go from there. But we about to hit the ground rolling. It's gonna be a fitness and fashion meets, basically you can wear it wherever you want. In the gym, out the gym, to the airport, lifestyle where it's gonna be good. So we got some good stuff coming.
That's family oriented as well too.
Everything family oriented. You know what I mean?
Why he saying it like he about to take my head off?
That's the thing. If he win, I win. I win, Tay win. Everybody
win.
We all wear it.
We
I wear it too.
Right. And that's just how
I'm not a KJ, but I'm Dottie. I'm Dottie.
As long as you keep cooking for us, you're good.
Gotta start creating generational wealth. We got people coming behind us.
Facts. Yeah. Well, I appreciate y'all for coming through, yo. This ain't gonna be the last time I'm gonna see y'all. I got a couple other things that I definitely want to have y'all involved in. Some panels I want y'all to be involved in. So we're gonna have a lot of other discussions to talk about. But I appreciate y'all for coming through.
Thank you for having us.
All right. Listen, make sure to check out this next episode coming through. It's going to be dropping soon, but nonetheless, also make sure to follow at the Muscle Hustle Podcast on all social media platforms, and also make sure to click and subscribe, or that on YouTube.
Click and subscribe.
Click, subscribe. What's that? Share? No, save and share. What are we doing on? Damn, I sound old. Listen, all right, at the Muscle Hustle Podcast. Merch is out.
Yes.
Okay, finally.
I need the merch.
Y'all was hassling me.
Going
I finally
quick.
got it out. It's going quick. All right. www.themusclehustlepodcast.com. Check it out. All right. Appreciate y'all. Tune in for the next episode. Peace.
We out.